So let's look at root 2, 3. This is our 1 scale, our Ionian. Okay, now the chart, this is a special chart, 3 fretboards. Now, when we go to the 4th, okay, I've suppressed the 4th of the 4th. Everything else is a play note. When we go to the 5th, so we're going to start our 5 here, we're not going to play its 7th. So it's so the 4th of the 5th is the dominant 7th of the in the root key count, the Mixolydian 7th. So this is what makes this chart interesting. Just let me have my arm back and I want to show you why this chart is interesting. Because in pentatonics, okay, now this is particularly is a pentatonic scale, but in the root we've got, I forgot to you know, light up these notes. You want to light up these notes, so it's all white keys except for the accidentals, which have the lettering on it. Any type of lettering, either a blues key or a string shape. In the 4th, we're not going to play the 4th of the 4th, so I just left that darkened and I lit up the 7s. Okay, so you move the pattern up, root, and you're going to start your 4th from the 5th, but you really want to start it from the 4th. But guess what? We don't have 4th, but you're going to set that 4th as a new root. So you would start it over here. Okay, is what I'm saying. This is the 4th, because see right there, there's two fairly well line up, this guy and this guy. So the 4th becomes the new root, and in the bottom one, the 5th becomes the new root. So here's the 5th of the original. They're not quite lined up, and we're not going to be playing the 7th of that 5th. So that's the beauty of this particular chart. Okay, so when we're playing that scale, we got root 2, 3. We're going to start up here. Root 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, root. Now remember, these are just darkened for pentatonic purposes. So we'd have like right there. Okay, now we go to its 4th. Now I want to just play the same scale. It's 5, 6, 7, root 2, 3. But now we're going to skip. Okay, notice I did that 5, 6, 7, root 2 up there, because we're playing the 7th of the 4th. It's a hexatonic scale now, which is actually the 3rd of the root. It's the leading tone. And then when we go to the 5th, we're going to start 4, 5, 6, root 2. We're not playing an F sharp here, unless you want to consider it a blues note. But for now, so let's do the roots, the groove chords. Notice it gets a little funky when you play the whole 6-string version, because that's the 4th. You've gone to the 4th of the 5th. So it's kind of like doing this kind of thing. Let's see that again. The 4th of it. 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I messed it up on the piano, but Hey, that hardly ever happens, so I'm not worried about it. Let's zoom out. Let's calm down. I don't like to play too much on the piano because I get a little bit ahead of you guys. I can see what I'm doing, and I was a piano player before I was a guitar player, so it's not really fair. So anyway, in these three methods, we must add the flat third, the flat fifth, and the flat seventh to these scales. So to these hex scales, then once again, let's look at over here. This is sunken, okay? So I don't like to use the drawing tool a lot because it slows me down a little bit, but this is sunken, so it means this does not exist. Does not exist if we're going to do it this way. Okay, so we look at root 2. Actually, that is yeah, it's not the best way to do it. In the key of C, what we want to do is move this over to there. So let's do that. Let's just look at, well, we got the drawing tool warmed up. Let's just look at it. So it's a little tricky, but you know, it's not that bad. Key of C. Okay, here's your fret nut. A nice olive colored fret nut there. Okay, so the blues notes placement, I forgot what we were really looking at here. Short pattern. Okay, I just remembered. So that's where are the blues notes. Okay, so as you know, we have to add 3 blues notes into the 1-4-5 scale, even with adding the 4th and the 7th to the 5th and the 4th. Okay, those local 4ths and 7ths to make hex scales now. So, you know, what we've got in the C, let's put Mr. Cabo on. We've got this. Okay, so I was just playing these notes there, and the 4th and the 7th. If we wanted to do a C pentatonic, it'd be alright, that's the C pentatonic, not playing its 4th and the 7th. We want to substitute, we go to the 4th now, E shape 4th. You see how C goes to E shape 4th, goes to G shape 5th? Alright. When we go to the E shape now, E shape has a root there. We're going to add in the, now we want to add the blues note. So before we even go to the 4th, what we've got as blues notes is flatted 3rd right there, the D string shape flatted 3rd, flatted G, which is the flatted 5th. Okay, so where is that? Right here in the 1st string shape and the top one. So that 4 to 5. We've also got, now notice we don't have a flatted 5 and 6. We've got a flatted 2 and 3. So we have to have our flatted 3rd, right? And we're not going to get this note because the capo is here. So we're just, this is sunken. This is X'd out. See how the X kind of helped us a little bit? That we can't get to. So the flatted 3rd up here on the D string, we've got 2, 3, 4, right? Kind of sounds like Green Hornet.